Today I'm going to show you how I fixed my Jaguar XKR headrest electric up and down movement. There's been other videos that I've seen that I tried to copy, but my suit was slightly different, so I thought I'd make a video. It might help some people out. To carry out the repair with the method that I am showing you, you'll need the following tools: a screwdriver with a T25 Torx bit, another screwdriver, a couple of small pliers, a Stanley knife or a box knife, an appropriate punch. This is a couple of sockets knocked together. You'll see what they're used for later. A hollow tube will do just as well, but I didn't have one. An 8mm drill and a 1/4 inch socket. Okay, so the first thing we do is lean the seat forwards, and then at the bottom of the seat there is the join all the way along here, and that is a U-joint. So this piece here will need to be clipped out of it, followed by this piece here, and then this piece here. As you can see, it's a little bit fiddly, but just be careful. Once you get the first bit released, you can then work it along, and it actually come out all by itself. So as you can see, we can see inside the seat now. So if we take this board out, and the next thing we need to do, untie these two here. They go around a couple of bars, one there and one there. You do this by getting a pair of pliers on either side and just prising them open. It's just two bits of wire just clamping through the fabric. What that will do then, the front of the seat, the cover will be a little looser, and it will allow you to get your hand up underneath here and release the Velcro that holds the fabric, the leather, onto the front cushions. Okay, under here at the back, let's get the camera in place. There's a couple of clips. In fact, there's 1, 2, 3 clips either side. They just unhook from the bar. As you can see, this is the bar that was clipped over, and it's just simply a U-shaped clip. They're just a little bit fiddly. In fact, that one's off too. So we now have access to the cable. So if you had it in the car and the power was on, which probably isn't advisable, you can remove the power to the motor. Right, the back's now exposed, and you can see the motor just here and the spline drive that goes in there. So what you need to do is you have to undo 2 Torx bolts. The first one you take all the way out, and the one at the back you just loosen the turn, and there's a retaining plate that will just spin out of the way and allow you to remove the spline from the seat. So I'm going to do that now. That one's a little bit fiddly to get to. That should be enough. Okay, let's take the spline drive out. Okay, there we go. And the easiest way, just expose it there. So what you need to do is just cut the sheath across the end of here. The amount that the sheath will go back down inside here is the exact same amount you need to cut off. The proper Jaguar repair says to split these two in this position here, and then take a cut, I think, of 14mm. Although some people have said that's not quite enough. So I think this way takes 16mm off, and then use heat shrink to effectively glue the 2 sections together. But this one's a much easier, in my opinion, repair to do. Carefully with your fingers. Okay, so that's released. As you can see, this comes in and out. So that's what causes the issue, the fact that with the sheath being, the outer coating being a little bit longer, it can tend to sink down and it comes disconnected from the top. So you need to make sure that's in place and connected. So what you actually do, the end of this here, you just get the 8mm drill, the end of the socket, just to keep open that end, and we can then put it in the vise and it won't collapse, and then we can hold it securely while we drill. So as you can see, the socket is in the end, which means you can put this in the vise, you can tighten it down and it won't collapse. You get your 8mm drill, just drill out what you can. So when you drill down a little way, you should be then turn it over, get the vise to the right size, and from the other way you can just gently tap out the remainder. And as you can see, you've got that out of there. Now the 8mm drill just takes off the retaining lugs, so when you put the reassemble it, you will need just to crimp it just lightly, just to make sure that it holds in place. It is quite a tight fit and firm fit as it is, but it just will ensure that it stays in place forever. you just need to reassemble. Okay, just put a little bit of a squeeze on here just to make sure that it's retained. And there's your repair. So to reassemble, obviously we need to clip all of these in as we go down, so you gradually bring it from top to bottom all the way down in the reverse order to the way that it was taken apart. Really good practice around this side. Just use the trim tool, just tuck this all in and out of the way.